today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into... 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's McFarland. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Steelers first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Running with McFarland. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The score, Steelers 3, Bears nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Nick Foles and the Bear offense about to be on display for the first time. Foles, the veteran, drafted in the 3rd round back in 2012 out of Arizona.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Taken down at the 50-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 22 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too. I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open. Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
He's brought down at the 50.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Now the second down throw on target. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run here with McFarland. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
7-yard line.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On second down, McFarland. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he finds Montgomery complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The score, Steelers 3, Bears 0.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down. Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good, That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. They begin the drive with McFarland. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
The pass complete.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Here's Foles. That's caught by Montgomery. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the gun, this will be McFarland.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a run with McFarland. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. McFarland running out of the gun. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now
Trying to get it with Snell. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
intercepted.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain. Brings up
on 2nd and 9. Foles. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie us at 3-3.
3-3.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Foles. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Foles. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag.
4th down.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So a fake punt, and look, this would seem to be the area of the field to take the chance, but ultimately unsuccessful.
Yeah, and if you're going to take the chance, I think you're better off leaving your offense on the field because in this situation, most teams are coached to leave their defense on the field. They see where they are out there and realize even if they punt the ball, it's not going to go very far or it's going to go into the end zone. So they leave their defense out there, play for the fake, and in this case, they were right.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
17 yards. First down, Steelers.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
On for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
6. Bears 3.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Chris Boswell, the kick.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Well, they trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
I have to think of me.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A gain of 4 yards.
On the ground, it's McFarland.
Steelers.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the give, this is McFarland. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 23.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 3.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The sack by Robert Quinn. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On the handoff, it's McFarland. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Foles, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling. So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, McFarland. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, McFarland. And they'll get him down right about the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead.
And that pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Keeps the score, Steelers 15.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Chris Boswell to kick
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. That sack by Khalil Mack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Foles. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Able to get away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Roughing the passer defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner. In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Back to Smith-Schuster, this time complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. That's complete right around the 8. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
McFarland. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And his kick is right through. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bears on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Foles on target there to Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Not much there, only a yard. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Bears.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Stephon Tuitt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Here's Foles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab. And the Bears cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it.
Recovered by the
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they take a knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
We dominate today.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think